We love Terrific Tuesday. Let's thank our sponsors, Autumn.
Our sponsors are Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Upland, Celebrity Home Loans, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Dr. Mindy Gunn, and Fox Burley Wealth Management.
Yay! Thank you to our great sponsors. Happy Tuesday. We're going to jump right in. We do have by phone. We have Raymond Bruzan with us. Good morning.
Good morning, Becky. Is Autumn there too?
Yes, you got Becky and Autumn. We are anyway. She's my co-host this morning, and we're so happy to have you. We wish we could get you in the studio. Of course, we know that you're kind of busy, but we were looking over the book and had a little bit. I haven't got it completely read, but Have Violin Will Travel, and how awesome this book is.
Well, thank you for that, and I'm delighted to be on your WSLM radio show this morning. I would like to say a couple things of thank you to the Salem Public Library for helping arrange and have me visit you on August 1. Jill Duchemin, who is the director there, along with Jessica Hingvian, I believe is the way you pronounce her name. They both laid the groundwork for my invitation to your wonderful city.
I love that. Yeah, we've got a wonderful. Yeah, have you seen it before?
I have not seen the library itself. I've seen some photographs of it.
Yeah.
My visit to Washington County occurred several years back. But yes, I'm very excited to be there.
You're going to fall in love with it. It's absolutely beautiful. We're so proud of it, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And yes, they are rock stars over there. They do a great job, and I love this. And this is bringing this to our community, is bringing you to our community and bringing the story. Let's tell a little bit. Well, first of all, Raymond, let's find out a little about yourself and tell us a little about your own personal history.
Well, I'm a retired educator. I taught for 42 years, and I concluded my last 5 years as a chemistry professor at Benedictine University here in Springfield. And since I've retired, I've always been quite interested in the local history of my community, and have researched 7 books. And as I was researching a book a few years back, I came across the name Persinger, and a great violinist. And I found that late one night as I was researching, and I thought, from Rochester? I said, first thought that must be Rochester, New York. And then as the night continued on with more research and digging around, I found 3 more articles about Louis Persinger, famous violinist, but this time they nailed the place. They said Louis Persinger was born in Rochester, Illinois. And so from there, this great violinist, my wife and I had actually lived here like for 50 years and never heard of this guy.
Oh, wow.
So that led us, to more research, and that took us right to Washington County, where his ancestors are from.
We have so many Persingers, in the community, and this is so awesome. And it's sad that you've lived in a community and so much talent there and didn't even hear the name until 50 years later.
Yeah, what I found was that during the 1920s and 30s, the newspapers here carried a lot of stories about him, and then things kind of mellowed out after that. I think you kind of look at what happened in terms of, the Depression and World War I and then World War II. And I think there was kind of a loss of interest in it. But Louis Persinger continued his career, his incredible career, and it's well recorded.
Yeah. Well, I want you to talk a little bit about the book and tell us a little bit about him. And, don't give us all the secrets, but tell us a little bit about.
I don't know. I like all the secrets.
I like you, Autumn.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you again that his ancestors came early pioneers to Washington County and the Salem area. Luke and his wife came as early as 1820. And he and his wife are buried in Howley East Cemetery, which is located north of Salem. And in fact, some of his artifacts, I believe his rifle is on display at the Stevens Memorial Museum there in Salem.
Yeah.
And his son, Alfred, he and his wife, the next generation of Persingers from that family, they're buried at Walnut Ridge Cemetery. My wife and I both plan to visit those cemeteries when we arrive on August 1.
Oh,
and take some photographs of the grave sites. It's from that family that their son, from Alfred Amos, was born. And Amos grew up on a farm in Washington County, and he chose not to be a farmer like his parents. He chose to be a railroad man. And that, in one way or another, brought him to Illinois, where he met his future wife. They got married in Illinois and located in my village here in Rochester. And they had one child, and that was Louis, and he was born here in Rochester. And from there, the story, picks up. He was taught early piano by his mother. His mother, Susan, was a very talented pianist. They ended up moving west to Oklahoma and Colorado Springs, and the story continues from there. They were a relatively poor family. If you think of working on today's salary, they were making about $1,800 a year.
Oh my gosh.
And they lived on that.
Yeah.
And so they were not rich by any stretch, and they needed help to be able to send Louis to Europe for his instruction there, which they found sources for supporting him there. He traveled to Europe and was trained at the greatest music school in the world at that time in Leipzig, Germany. And his story picks up from there. He traveled Europe, performed in Europe, came back to the United States, performed many concerts here, and started to teach, actually, in about the 1920s. And he started to teach prodigies, young kids that have special talents, that are really challenged to teach and develop those talents. Am I talking too much here?
No.
I'm enthralled.
Yeah, no, you keep going.
I'm a little jealous he went to Europe.
Anyway, he ended up with a teaching career then. He was considered one of America's greatest violinists early in his career, and then he picked up his teaching career, ended up in New York City at the Juilliard. I don't know if you've heard of the Juilliard, but it's like the #1 school for the teaching of musical arts in the nation.
Sure.
So it's interesting that this talent really developed out of your county there in Washington, Indiana.
We love that. And I think it's important to show the history and to show that someone, I'm on the school board, and we love to show that you can come out of anywhere, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And you can do whatever you want to do. I mean, like that, you think you roll back years ago to get to go to Europe even. That's huge today.
Oh, absolutely. And one nice thing that happened was that my wife and I were able to travel to Europe, and we actually visited one of the sites where he performed in Vienna.
Oh,
and that's described in the book, too.
Yeah. Well, no, I love that. I think that we need to tell stories like this, and I think history is where we learn. And, of course, that probably had to just completely get you excited whenever you find out that he became a teacher, too.
Oh, absolutely, yes. And he was a master teacher. And what an incredible career. Quite an amazing individual.
Well, and not everybody that can teach.
That's right.
So that's very impressive that he had that talent and had that patience. I mean, the violin is when it's gone wrong and you're teaching that's a little, hard sometimes to take some of those sounds.
Absolutely. Are you a musician yourself?
I play the guitar. I'm not.
I play the radio.
Yeah. Autumn plays the radio. I play radio too. But I do know, I know that like usually in violin, they start off, I can't remember you don't get the bow. You kind of just start off with just playing with your hands, kind of the way I understand it. But it takes a lot of, that's one thing music teachers and people that teach music. I mean, you have to have a lot of patience. And, and that's a big difference with somebody. He had to be somewhat a perfectionist in the fact to get his, to keep on going and doing what he's doing. And then you take the side of that, his personality, and you realize that he also is a teacher. That's one well-rounded man.
Oh, just absolutely. And so many of his students of all ages, not just youngsters, but of all ages, became, as adults, tremendous performers themselves. And some of America's greatest violinists came from his teaching. So this was like, oh my gosh, and he was born in my village.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I love that. And I want you to also, Raymond, I'm going to make some suggestions. Please try to visit the Stevens Museum, because it is absolutely beautiful. And it is a treasure.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to do that. Yes.
Yeah, I want you guys to do that, because I think that'll be, especially when you're here, and it'll be cool to kind of see, what part and where he, I'm sure when you write a book, I'm sure that I've never written a book, but I'm so impressed of people that do. I'm just completely over the moon that you can do that. But I think you get a little bit obsessive with I'm sure your research and everything. So it's going to be awesome for you to come and experience and be a part and just feel the feeling of what he would have experienced here in Washington County.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those are some great places. You said you're going to go to the cemeteries, which are wonderful, but also try to hit the museum and of course, there's a gentleman there, and I can give you some suggestions, Jeremy, and he just will blow your mind with his. He probably knows all about your story.
Well, I actually spoke with Jeremy when the book first came out.
Oh, I'm so glad.
And, he's a fascinating guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
and he remembers everything. When he comes on, we always make him tell stories, because he's got so many great stories, and and I think these need to be told. And sometimes, you forget, you don't always get the history, like this gentleman, this Louis Persinger, could have been somebody that was, extremely famous and had all this, and he could have been missed.
He could have been forgotten.
Yeah, but what a blessing, Raymond, that you discovered him and that you picked it up and that you wrote about him. I think, and the Persinger family, there's so many Persingers in our community, so they've got to be over the moon too about this.
Well, I hope so, and I thank you very much for those kind words.
Yeah. Well, I love that. Mm-hmm. Well, okay, so you're going to be at our public library on the 1st of August. At what time and kind of?
Okay, we're going to have a book signing at 4:30.
Okay.
And then we do a PowerPoint. My wife and I, Pam and I, we do a PowerPoint program that lasts about 30 minutes long. That begins at 5:30, and then following that, we'll have some more book signing, and we'll see, as much time that we have.
Awesome. Well, that's going to be great.
I always am one. I do love to read. Like, that's something. I'm a reader. I don't watch a lot of TV, but I do love to read, and I am excited to read this.
Well, thank you for that, Autumn. I appreciate that. I hope you enjoy the book, and I've certainly enjoyed this conversation with you. And I thank you guys so much, your radio station, for carrying the message forward to your audience. I think you are very, very important in today's world.
Oh, thank you.
Well, we like to hear that. We're going to have to we're going to have to make sure that that I might use that in a little bit of my promo commercial there. So on the actual purchase of the book, is this something will we be able to purchase for those that are listening that want to purchase a book this on August the 1st, or do we need to get the book before that?
We'll have books available for purchase
Okay.
at the book signing. And as I mentioned, we'll have a book signing before and also after the presentation that we put on. Basically, we tell the Louis Persinger story with a PowerPoint program, a lot of photographs, pictures. And we found, as you look through the book, you've probably seen a number of photographs that have been found as far west as Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
And we've been in contact with the Persinger family, his grandson and granddaughter, and actually his daughter, who lives up in Vermont. So we got a lot of input from a lot of individuals for the book, which was a thrill for me to work with.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, and, as you're researching and you're getting all of your information so that your book is as accurate as possible, you do meet people that, become friends.
Absolutely. And you mentioned Jeremy. He was very encouraging to me when he found out the book first came out. And as you mentioned, he is so impressive.
Yeah. And he is very helpful. And I'm sure he was excited about you writing this book, because he loves telling, the Washington County history, and we have so much rich history here. And it's nice when someone else, says, "Hey, we're going to do this, and we're going to bring attention to this gentleman." I mean, because you think of like degree of difficulties, traveling, going, and just showing that it can be done. And no matter where you live or what wherever whatever life gives you or deals you, you can do whatever you want to do. And that just is one more example.
I think that's right on the money.
Yeah.
So I totally agree there. And I'd like to comment also on previous visit we had there many years ago with my family. We floated the beautiful Blue River. We did a trip there.
Yeah.
And traveled to spend a few nights camping at Marengo Cave.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So we spent some time in your area, but that was a long time ago. But we certainly became well aware of the beauty of southern Indiana and your county, and it's all part of it.
Yeah, we have some beautiful hills. We've got a lot of places to go, and I'm sure that that you're going to be filled up on your time. But yeah, there's a lot to do here in the county, and we've got beautiful, just like getting out and seeing and wondering Indiana and wondering this southern part. We call it the Kentuckiana area, and there's so many things to see. And we're very aware of how beautiful everything is.
Well, that's a great place to visit, and I'm certainly excited about being there on August 1.
Yeah, well, we're going to try to come and see you, and Autumn and I, we.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, Raymond. I'm kind of scanning through this book, and I love your writing style. You are just very much inviting us to travel along with you, and I'm kind of thinking I'm going to steal this book from Becky this week.
Well, another copy of that book is on its way to you.
Awesome. There you go.
And
Well,
you
thank
should
you.
be receiving it in a couple days. And so you'll both have a copy of the book.
Yeah.
There you go. Well,
Yay.
thank you. 'Cause
Well, I want to get your autograph on it. Yeah.
Well, thank you for that, Autumn. I appreciate those kind words. And I appreciate, again, my visit with you this morning. And keep up the great work. I love talk radio. And
Absolutely.
I can tell that WSLM is a big hit down there.
Well,
we hope.
We'd like to think that. We hope the sponsors are hearing that, Raymond. Yes, for sure. We
use that clip it.
We have a lot of fun, and and we are, it's owned, family owned, and and we are all about the community, and that's what we put our pride in for sure, and bringing people this information, and I hope that you're just flooded. I hope that you have to spend extra time there, honestly, and I hope you even have a hand cramp from all that signage there, Raymond, because, and I'm very proud of our library for doing, for making this happen. Yeah.
Our library really, I don't think they get enough credit
Certainly,
for all the stuff.
Jill and Jessica have been, as I mentioned earlier, very helpful to me and encouraging, and invited me to come as a speaker. So yeah, I'm really excited to visit your community, and I'll see you on August 1.
All right. Sounds great. Thank you, Raymond Bruzan, and we'll see you then at right here in Washington County on August the 1st. All right. Have a great day, hon. Okay.
You too. Bye now.
Thanks. All right. Bye-bye. How wonderful, Autumn.
That's great. I'm excited. I'm putting that on my calendar.
And I'm cracking up because like he, he's sending you your own. Isn't that nice?
That. I was scrolling through it.
I know. I knew you were wanting it. You know how
I know you know
like,
my body language.
I know, and I knew. Oh, Autumn's wanting this book.
Well, I am. Well, we've established very much over the last year. I do not watch movies.
That's right.
And I do not watch TV.
Although since Becky White has entered into your life, we are watching more movies.
You're right. But right. I do love
influencer over here.
I do love to read. I am a reader.
I know you are. I know.
I
mean, how you can knock them down too really quick.
Yeah, I'm a very fast reader. Yeah. Like I did not even sign up for the library program until July 1st. Maybe not. Maybe it was the second week of June. I don't know.
Yeah,
but like within the first 2 weeks, I'd already read 3 books.
My mom was like that. She would bring like 3 books with her or whatever, and she would just knock them down.
I love to read.
Yeah.
And that is, as I was scrolling through there, like his writing style, very warm, it's almost like he's taking you on this journey and you're invited to come with him.
Right.
as he invokes his wisdom. I mean, just from the couple pages that I read, it's like, wow, I really like this guy's reading style. It's one that I probably will read very quickly.
Love that. Well, I think too, I mean, you go back and you see history. I mean, it's so awesome to see the obstacles. I mean, like to go to Europe. I mean, like right now, I mean, Autumn,
right now it's hard to go to Europe.
We can't get there to Europe. I mean, right? And you think about
I mean, we can do anything we want, but
but realistically,
is it going to be easy?
It's not on my to-do list. I'm not going to get it done before
It's been
Friday.
On my to-do list.
Okay, it's on my to-do list. I want to go too. I'm a little nervous, but I want to go. I just want to see.
Well, it's funny that you say that because Jess and I were actually talking about this because one of my.
So are we doing a road trip? Are we going?
Well, you can't do a road trip to Europe.
No, but we can travel for a little while.
I am a firm believer in if you're going to go to Europe, 2-week minimum, preferably a month.
Yeah.
And I'm not in a point in my life where I can be away from my kids that long. And I'm not so sure my kids would enjoy it the way that I would enjoy it because I am more I want to see the history places, the museums,
and it's funny you say that because we just had this discussion with the girls because when they were little, like I've taken them to a lot of concerts.
Yeah.
I mean, and we've like set up really close. And they said now they didn't appreciate it. Like they didn't know, you know what I mean?
They didn't know to appreciate it.
They didn't know George Strait. They didn't know that, you know, your George Strait is spitting on you.
Wow.
They didn't know
me know when you go see George Strait.
They didn't know Reba McEntire is like right there. You're touching Reba McEntire.
Yeah.
They didn't know, you know what I mean? They're like, we go back now and we realize, you know, we were little and we didn't realize who these people
you can appreciate
rock
it
stars.
Now.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
I get that. And that's something that we've had that conversation because I'm a big fan of experiences. Like we've not made a secret. We've quit buying our kids junk and now they get experiences and activities. And that's kind of my thought is one day you are going to look back and you're going to realize, wow, that was really cool. Yeah,
exactly. And they realize that they just now are like, oh my goodness, I don't know that we appreciated it as much because we were so young. You know what I'm saying? And so, but like you said, the experiences are like none other. And those are the things that we talk about. Those are the things that kids talk about when they get to be adults.
That's what they remember.
Yeah.
They remember, remember that one time you know.
Exactly.
Took like my kids can't go skydiving, but we did that. You know, where you're in the tunnel and you can.
Oh yeah. Was that fun?
It was. It was a lot of fun. And you know, like I can't remember the name of it now, but you know, stuff like that. They still kind of mention that and talk about those things. I don't think my kids have ever pulled up any old toys.
No,
you know, like I don't think they've ever said to me, "Oh, remember when we had?" You know, I don't even know.
Yeah, we talk about that too. You know, I mean, really, to be honest, ours are active.
Yeah.
And toys are just something that I mean, they're good for a little bit, but then they're done. You know, they're over it.
I don't mind if you play with them. Like I will buy toys if you will play.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Right. Well, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So anyway, yes, August the 1st. But then say that
I have it. It's already on my calendar. August.
Love
1st.
that. Love that. Okay, today is the 19th day of July. Today is Flight Attendant Safety Professionals Day. You know, I can do the whole flight attendant.
Do you know that I wanted to be a flight attendant?
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, I did. And there is a height limit or a height minimum, and I was shorter than a height minimum.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And you can't call discrimination because, like, it had to do with the overhead bins, like being able to actually legitimately whatever. So yeah, I actually did look into that one point in time, and they turned me down for my height.
Well, I never like wanted to be that, but
I wanted to.
But I'll tell you what, I wanted to play one on TV here because like I had to learn. I went home and learned the spiel, and I've got the outfit to do the spiel. But no, I know it's really weird. I know it's really weird.
And nothing surprises me anymore. But
I know. Why does that? So you actually were wanting to be? I didn't really want to be one. I just wanted to. No, I don't know. I just thought they were so cool.
I wanted to be, and it's funny because my niece actually is planning on going and being a flight attendant. Like she's.
Well, I've got the outfit. I've got the old fashioned outfit, and then I know the spiel. You know what I mean? But
I figured I love to travel. I've always loved to travel, and I figured that was one way I could travel and get paid to travel.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
But yeah, I think it'd be short.
Yeah, I think International Retainer Day.
Like retaining walls, retaining components, retainers for your teeth.
I know. I don't know.
Like what kind of retainer?
I celebrate it all. Hit it all, Autumn. National Daiquiri Day. And so it's a big strawberry daiquiri.
Oh, do you know the difference between a daiquiri and a margarita?
Ooh, no, I don't. I do not. Hot girl summer.
Well, a
Okay,
daiquiri has rum and a margarita has tequila.
That-
Pretty simple.
pretty simple. I guess I should have known that. That's right. I thought there was something. I thought there was going to be something else. I don't
No,
know. I thought
that's
maybe
it.
it was. I didn't know if it was a setup for a joke. Here we go. National Flitch Day. And it looks like
Flitch?
bacon. Flitch looks like bacon. Flitch Day. Flitch Day.
I'm all about bacon, but I don't know what flitch is.
I don't know either. National Raspberry Cake Day. Have mercy.
I love a good raspberry cake.
I-
White chocolate raspberry.
Oh yeah.
I'm a fan.
National Words with Friends Day. I love sitting there having words with friends.
I like having words with friends.
Yeah.
Hopefully they're nice words.
Ooh, New Friends Day. We just met a new friend,
We did.
Raymond.
And I'm
What he's
intrigued.
like, I don't know if he considers us friends, but we consider him. We've attached to him. Whether
Yes.
he's
Well, again, I'm coming back to you kind of do that with authors. Like
I
you
know,
read,
yeah.
look at Mary Higgins Clark. She's
Oh.
my favorite suspense author,
and you get
and like she's my BFF, and she probably has no idea who I am.
people get close to Stephen King.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
like,
there's they get like obsessive. Remember, yeah.
because I'm sorry, you cannot write without putting a part of yourself into that.
But remember, what was the one? Hang on, I can't think of her name right now. I've drawn a blank. The books were the vampire books that everybody went crazy over. New Moon and I can't remember.
I never read those
Oh, you
Twilight series.
Twilight series, yeah.
Because
Okay.
remember, in addition to me loving reading, I am also a person that if everybody likes it, I don't. So I refuse to read them.
Okay, well,
I never have read Harry
but
Potter
like they
either.
got kind of, I think they got well, and even I think it was Harry Potter too. They kind of got a little feisty on some of the writings. Remember, like
Oh yeah, there was
remember-
a big
some of the
uprising.
yes.
That is not who you are, and you don't get to write like that. And
Yeah.
it's like, well, it's my book. I can write however I want.
Yeah,
Don't read
exactly.
it.
Remember, yeah, they kind of, there was a little bit of a
There was.
yeah.
You're right. I don't.
And
think
that would be hard as an author, you know what I mean? You put it out there and you
you
work
want
hard,
people to read it.
and then they get a little judgy on that.
I'm gonna go back to Flitch Day. I
Oh
don't
yeah,
think
there you
that was
go. Yeah.
bacon, Because flitch is a slab of timber cut from a tree trunk, usually from the outside.
Well, hang on.
So I'm thinking maybe what
does
you
that
saw
not
was
look
tree bark,
bacon? It looks
but
good.
it's probably tree bark.
Well, my goodness, that looks good enough to eat.
It does.
Get your what is that? Your roughage? That looks good enough to eat. I don't think anything's looked that pretty on my.
Oh no, I'm sorry. So okay, hold on. Yes, it is supposed to look like bacon because National Flitch Day is an unofficial holiday celebrated annually on July 19th. It dates back to an ancient custom that saw married couples earning a flitch of bacon by proving the strength of their union after a year. So there you go. A flitch of bacon. Okay, maybe it is bacon. A flitch of bacon is basically half of a pig cut sideways.
So
Yeah.
that is. Look how good that looks. And there's not any. I mean, that's
Okay.
lean. That
Yeah.
looks. Move over. That's
I learned
sizzling.
something new.
Move over, bacon. That's sizzling.
I love bacon, and bacon's its own food group.
Bacon is just like, yeah.
You can mix it, but my dad is very big on bacon stands alone. Like stop putting
And I like
in
it
stuff.
crispy. I like it crispy.
Yeah,
People sometimes they like will serve it in a hurry and they don't get crispy.
yeah. Cook
I like-
it slow and long.
Yes, and just yes, yeah. Let's see here. Which I found this out too. Bake it. You can bake it in the oven. Do you know?
Oh
about
yes,
that?
we were. I was
Yeah.
going to say we were
Yeah.
talking about this yesterday, waiting for the kids to get out of football camp.
Yeah.
We were talking about the different ways that we make bacon,
Mhm.
and I actually wasn't participating a lot. I was more eavesdropping, but it was funny because one of them were like, "Oh, I like BLTs, and I'm going to make that tonight," and they fry it on the stovetop, and everybody was like, "What?
Yeah.
That's you bake it or you microwave?" I'm
Yeah.
like, Justin pulls out the Blackstone griddle, and I am a big fan of here's 3 pounds of bacon, cook it all at once.
I love that. Yeah.
But I did share with them my bacon hack.
Uh-huh.
I don't do TikTok, so maybe you can do this on TikTok
Okay,
for me
let's hear
because
it.
one of them, actually, I think it was your daughter, said you need to put that on TikTok. So
It sounds like one of mine.
yeah, I'm a big fan of go to like Golden Corral or some buffet.
Okay.
Go at breakfast, get a to-go box, and just fill it with bacon.
Okay. All
That's
right.
it. And then you
Okay.
have like, I don't know, 10 pounds of bacon because it's as long as you can fit it in the box, you're good. It's
Okay.
only one price. Like I think it's whatever the normal buffet
Yeah,
price
yeah,
for it to
yeah.
go.
Yeah.
And then you have bacon for, I don't know, 3 weeks.
There you go.
and it's already cooked, and then you don't have to worry
yeah,
about
and
cooking it.
it's good.
It's good.
It's good. Yeah, that sounds.
I'm a big fan of that. Go to the buffet and buy it.
I'm all for a. Now I'm wanting bacon.
Yeah, I'm a fan
bacon,
of bacon.
bacon. Me too. Me too. But I learned that when you have a lot of children, or like when you're cooking for like a larger group, like I think it's a lot of our. I think it was either Salem Crossing or Meadowview. I think that's what I learned from them, that like they put them on big trays and put them in the oven, and you don't have all that grease. You don't have. I mean, you just. And they bake, they do wonderful. And like you got to remember, I had 6 daughters. Yeah. I mean, and a lot of bacon. We needed a lot of bacon.
My family has always baked it, so.
Oh, so you already knew to do that. I didn't know to do that. We've always were fighting, and then I realized and here's the thing with bacon. Okay, so you're making it, and you're building your pile. There's always people in the kitchen eating that pile.
It disappears as fast as you can make it.
It's like, you know what I mean? You're trying to get enough for BLTs or something or whatever, and you can't get there because...
I keep a flask water so I can
swat
my kid. Get up the bacon!
Get up the bacon. You kind of got to hide it. You know what I mean? Hide the bacon while you're making it. You know what I mean? I don't know. Okay.
I don't even have to blame the kids. I'm the one.
Yeah, I know. Start nibbling on.
I start hitting myself.
Yeah. Stick out your tongue day. When you go to the doctor, stick out your tongue. I don't really like when people stick their tongue out.
I don't think that's. I know that
I got in trouble for that. I got in trouble for that.
Well, I mean,
when I was younger, yeah.
I don't think it's attractive.
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't think those duck lips are attractive either.
No. World Product Day. We love our products, right?
Okay, what kind of products?
I don't know. Just products. Just Product Day. World Product Day.
Okay, well, I think we all have some products.
We do. Do we ever? All right, Autumn, I'm going to switch us to another gear, okay? 10 most unbreakable rules for parking lot etiquette.
Oh, parking lot. Did I tell you I almost
you.
got T-boned yesterday?
Oh no, that's
very
sad.
Scary.
Wow.
Saw my life flash before my eyes.
Oh, that is.
And the lady wasn't even like on the phone or anything. I think she just ran the stop sign.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was scary. So let's talk about driving and parking etiquette because people don't know it.
Okay, we are here to teach.
Yes.
Oh, grasshopper, here we come.
Please,
we are ready to learn. That's right. we come on a pillow of wisdom or carpet of wisdom,
billowing in the wind.
Okay, number 1. Don't park in a handicapped spot
unless you are in fact handicapped.
That's right. Do not do that.
That should just be like, I just want to say that right there should just be common courtesy. Be a good person.
Be a good person. And I don't care if you say, oh, I'm just going to run in here for a second. No.
If I were more violent, I think I would be like, hey, if you weren't handicapped when you parked in the handicapped parking spot, you're going to be handicapped when you're done. Like,
be respectful.
Stop. Those are there for a reason.
Yeah.
And as as someone who has some grandparents and things who legitimately need those spots,
absolutely.
There's nothing more frustrating than that, because they're there for a purpose.
Yeah.
Please don't be entitled.
There
walk.
You go.
You can walk.
That's right.
I mean, it's not going to kill you, I promise.
Yeah. You're going to make it. Number 2, don't block the flow of traffic waiting a long time for a spot, especially if you're randomly waiting and no one's backing out anywhere nearby.
And I'm going to add to that and say, please don't be that person that's leaving and sitting in your car with your lights on for 20 minutes as somebody is waiting to take your spot.
Okay. Or don't be that person though. Okay. Like, I have actually got in the car. Okay. And before I went to drive off, I wanted to put my purse, or I had some stuff to do. And then I feel pressured when there's somebody behind me waiting on my spot.
No, I'm sorry. If you get in your car, you get out. You get out of the parking spot, Becky. If you're done, be done.
But you're supposed to get your stuff together before you head out.
No, you just open the door and throw it in.
No, I feel rushed. And you're rushing me. I'm trying.
But you know what you do? You don't start the car.
No, I don't mean that. I got it. I got you. No, there's no body language to even say I'm even going. They might.
How do I know you didn't just pull in?
Exactly. And how do I know? Right. Exactly. Yeah. I just you got to quit rushing me on that. I'm just like I'm going to. You're going to have the spot, but I need time just to put my purse or do whatever I need to do. Check maybe my messages. Just You know what I mean? Whatever I need to do.
And I think if you're that person, again, don't start your car.
No.
Don't put on the brake lights.
Don't have to do that.
Don't,
Nope,
because
nope.
that's when it is when they see those parking lights
Yeah,
that you're going to
yeah.
brake, and then they stop waiting for you.
Sometimes they just see me going to the car. Oh, she's going to the car. She's going to be leaving. That's not, no, maybe I'm putting my stuff in. Maybe I'm going somewhere else.
Well, maybe.
I mean, right? Just, I can't rush. You're
rush.
right.
You need a bumper sticker on the back of your vehicle that says me. That says,
You're rushing
don't
me.
rush me.
Please.
If the lights aren't on, keep driving.
There you go. That's right. Just, I can't be rushed on that. Yes. I need a little.
Okay, I'll give you that. Not me. I'm
Okay.
like, I'm done. I don't love to shop. So
I know,
when I
but
get
if
to
you
the
have
car,
to go
I'm
in
done.
somewhere else, let's say that you've got to, if you're bringing that stuff back and you're going somewhere
I
else.
don't do that.
Okay. All right.
No, I'm
We're
ready
gonna
to get
have
out.
to go-
If I'm going to the car,
Okay.
we're leaving.
So do you believe that, like, okay, so like if you and I, like, okay, like if you and I go shopping, which we're going to have to do this, we're going to have to do we got to do now,
You
we got
just
to
have
do
like a list
an experiment.
of things
Okay.
I've got to do.
Okay. We have an experiment. Well, now we got to do an experiment. So, okay, you've got a style. I've got a style. So whose style do you follow? The driver's style, or do you follow like the passenger style, or are you just going to make it up as you go?
It depends. Because so it depends on where we go. Are we going to like this? Because who takes things back to their car and then goes somewhere else? Like if I'm going back to my car,
people
I'm
do
leaving.
that all the time.
Yeah.
No,
That's why we have Amazon.
That's.
Deliver it to my door.
I can't wait to take you shopping, Autumn.
Just deliver it to my
I
door.
cannot wait.
I'm not an all-day shopper. Like, I hate Edinburgh. I will, if I need something, I will go to that store and I will get it. But to wander around aimlessly all day, no.
Autumn Scott Hall, we've got to go shopping. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not a shopper.
All right, number 3. Don't park so you're taking up multiple spaces.
Please.
Oh, there's lines.
And
People
there's lines for a reason.
Yes, people do not respect that. They do not respect that.
Yes, and it's not that hard. Like, this is why you learn how to trace in the kindergarten.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean,
stay in your lane. Stay in your lines.
Look, my watch, that makes me so mad. My watch just told me my heart rate spiked. I need to calm
Isn't
down.
that funny? Mine does that too. Whenever, like,
Your heart rate's too high.
It's getting to you. Just talking about that. Staying in your line.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Please.
Okay. Let's see here. Don't slowly tell people as they as they walk through the parking lot. You know, like stay on their tail like as they walk.
Well, then they need to walk in the walking lane.
Well, that's true.
Or like, I'm very big as we're coming into the parking lot. If we're walking to our car, can you guys all get on one side or the other? Like, don't walk in the middle.
Yeah, and they do that. People do that.
Because that's very frustrating too. Like, pedestrians may have the right of way, but we talked about this. If there's no pedestrian walkway, then really you're jaywalking, and if I hit you, is it my fault?
We talked about that. We don't know. I don't know.
So I think let's have common courtesy, and as you're walking either to your car or to the store, get your whole little family on one side. And it's hard. I have 3 kids.
Get your ducks.
Yeah.
Get your ducklings.
Sometimes I'm like, get over here. No, not over here. We're over here. 'Cause, you know, they want to scatter and walk their own way. And so I get that.
Well,
I have grace for that.
Yeah. Their mind's on. Yeah.
Yeah. So I do. I have grace for that because I get it. You have 6. You know what it's like to corral them all.
Do I ever?
But I mean, I'm going to have more patience for somebody if I see you trying than if you guys are all just taking up the whole parking way.
Yeah.
Just meandering. Then it's
Yeah.
like, I will honk at you.
Yes.
I will roll down my window and I will yell. I mean, just see me in the school drop-off line. I have no problem. I don't.
So now we know. At least you're up front.
It's Autumn honking
It's
at me.
Autumn.
Because my kids and we're taking up the whole walkway and I can't get through.
Ooh. Here we go, Autumn. This hits home to me. This is right here speaking. Number 6. When you get in your car to leave quickly.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Because, I mean,
now that's
it's
making my watch telling me.
Okay, well, I will give you this, Becky. If there are 10 other parking spots around you, you probably have a little grace.
Okay.
If it's Black Friday, and people are already on edge, you probably just need to hightail it out of there.
Hightail out of there.
Like,
out of there
if you can see your purse and phone, you're fine. Those messages can wait.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, just hightail it out of there. Shopping seasons. Be a little courteous to other customers trying to come in.
Well, this is etiquette. That's right.
So,
Number 7. Always return your shopping cart. Don't just leave it lying in the parking lot. They say people that return. This is. I'm going to get a T-shirt, and I'll get you one too. People that return shopping carts don't go to jail.
People that return shopping carts are successful people.
There you go. Look
You
at
will
us.
never see.
We'll put that on the back. We'll put
Yeah.
the first.
You will never see a non-successful person leave their shopping cart in the cart.
Yeah.
Like, that is my biggest pet peeve. Let's be honest.
Well,
Yes, I know these stores have cart people who go and get them.
Yep.
But their job is hard enough shoving 100 carts to the store. Please don't make
I've
them
seen that. Yeah.
showcase. Don't make them scout all through the parking lot looking for stray carts. They have those shopping cart corrals every few feet.
Yeah.
Again, this kind of goes with the same thing as the first one with the handicap spot. You can walk.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's raining. I don't care if it's not. If that's the case, then you know what? Do the pick up, deliver to your car, and then they'll bring it out to you. Have it delivered from
That's
Amazon.
Right. That's right.
Have a little courteousness, because then you think those carts, if they're in the parking lot and the wind blows, that I've seen them run into vehicles.
They do. Yeah.
I've seen, I have had to literally stop, get out to move carts so that I can park.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't be a jerk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just don't be a jerk.
Okay.
Put it in the cart corral.
There you go. Everything you're saying. Yes. I'm 100% with you.
We shouldn't have done this one. It's got me all riled up.
I know. Look at
My
that.
heart rate's going.
Okay. Number 8, use your turn signals.
That's in life.
That's
especially on the square. This is Autumn's public service.
Oh, there we go. Here we go.
Please
Here we go.
use your turn signals when you're coming off the square.
Yeah, please.
I hate sitting on Brick Street and 5 cars turning down Brick Street, and I can't go because I didn't know that's what you were doing.
I know, and they do that. Yeah, and we're some of our 56 and 60 and 135s and all that. When everybody turns, they don't always use their turn signals.
Because really, Salem, there's a lot of. I sit on the square. My office is on the square. I watch traffic year round.
Yeah.
Public service announcement. There are actually 2 lanes on the square. So if our city could maybe paint those, that'd be great. But that being said, there are a lot of people that go around our square that are not from here.
Yes, and they don't. And our square is set up different than a lot of squares.
Yes, and as annoying
especially
as it is,
Paoli. I mean, it's totally different than Paoli.
It is.
Yeah.
It's completely opposite.
Yeah, and Scottsburg too.
So yes, it can be a little confusing.
Yeah.
I do appreciate though that Scottsburg lets you completely bypass the square.
So
that's kind of nice.
I was early driver at Scottsburg, and I went around the square backwards at Scottsburg.
My goal is to go around the square in Salem backwards, but I've not been brave enough to do it.
I do not suggest do that.
Yeah,
I
see it all the time.
It has been done
multiple times.
I
see a lot of people, and I'm like, oh, they're not from here.
But in Scottsburg, I felt so bad. You know what I mean? Yes. And I did see the other day, and they were not from around here, and they were actually on our bypass. The first time I ever seen anybody on the bypass out there was going down the wrong way. Yes, going up the hill on the other side.
Well,
and people were honking and screaming at them.
Well, that's not even from being around here. Like, come on.
I know. That's just, yes, I know.
That's just being dumb.
Yeah. Well, that's being very not observant. You know what I mean? I wonder, you know what I mean? Right?
No, going down there. You're being dumb. Either that or you're underage and you shouldn't be driving anyway.
Could be. That could be true. Okay. Follow the arrows. Don't go the wrong way down the aisles.
So interesting story about this. I believe Dennis and I have talked about this at one point in time in our life.
Okay.
If you are in a parking lot and you are going down the wrong way and you get in a car wreck, you are at fault.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
Ah, very interesting.
I don't know if it was him or he had a friend of his, but there was they got into a wreck because they were backing out and somebody was coming down the wrong way. I don't remember what caused the wreck, but they had to pull the blueprints from the parking lot to show the arrows.
Oh, wow.
And yes, the person going down the wrong way was at fault.
But now some parking lots don't have the arrows.
Well, and then I don't know what to tell you on that. I don't have an answer for that.
No, I know. No, I'm just being honest. Yeah.
But okay, you think Walmart, their arrows, you go both ways.
They have, they have. Yeah.
JC, it's one way or another.
Yeah.
And I think it's more of an issue. Or if you are okay, let's say Walmart does have the 2, at least stay on your side. Please don't drive down the middle.
I know.
That is a 2-lane.
Yeah.
So just be respectful.
Yeah. Number 10, don't wait for a perfect spot if there's available spots further back.
I'm going to say just walk.
Yeah. Well, and actually you're supposed to, for your health, park back and walk.
And for your car not to have door dingers,
There
let's
you
park
go.
far
Yeah,
away.
yeah. There's always like you see those real nice cars and they're parked way back.
Yeah,
There's a reason for that.
yeah, because
Yeah.
you don't want door
Yeah.
dingers.
I would say so. That's the top 10 most unbreakable rules for parking lot etiquette. My number one. They didn't hit my number one. You want my number one pet peeve?
Pick up your trash.
Well, very close. Like diapers. I do not. I've had 6 daughters, and I've got 1,000 grandkids now, and there's
Who
no
does that?
reason.
Don't leave-
I'm sorry. Nobody wants to do that. And remember mask. We went through that with masks.
Yes,
Nobody
mask
wants
and
to pick-
gloves.
Nobody wants to be on gloves too. Yes, remember you
Yeah,
find gloves and masks. No, that's not nice. Nobody wants to pick up a
Well,
diaper or gloves or mask.
and here's my thought.
That's my number one pet peeve.
Here's my thought. I know for a fact. I mean, I'm that person in the Walmart line saying, "Please stop separating my stuff. Don't double bag. Just throw it all together." Like they give out bags like candy. Like, that's fine, whatever. I get it. I know you have very particular people. I'm the person saying don't. And I bring back huge amounts of bags and throw in the recycling thing. So thank God they have that.
Yeah.
But my point with all of that is you have enough of those bags. If you have trash, and first of all, they have garbage cans by every cart corral. So if you're taking your cart back, then there's a garbage can right there anyway.
Oh, absolutely.
No excuse. But if you're not going to do that, then at least combine your groceries into one bag and put your garbage in a bag and take it home and throw it away.
Yeah.
Like, please don't leave
Exactly.
your garbage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, that's a huge pet peeve.
Because
that
that's
I
just
have.
not nice. And nobody wants to clean up that. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to clean up
How
after you.
lazy are you that you're
Yeah.
throwing your stuff on the ground?
Yeah.
I have literally, when we were younger, and I'm not a teenager anymore, I have to remind myself that. But I remember driving with friends, and somebody threw a big red 20-ounce bottle out the window.
Yeah.
I literally slammed on my brakes, put my car back
Oh, no,
in
you
reverse,
didn't.
and I took them back.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
get out and get it.
Yeah.
And they looked at me like I had 4 heads. They're like,
Yeah.
you're not serious. I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm serious.
Yeah.
And until you get it, this car's not moving.
There you go. That's right.
Don't throw your trash
No.
out on the side of the road. Be
No.
a responsible person.
Yeah. Nobody wants that.
No.
Nobody wants to see that. Yeah. That's just not nice.
It irritates me.
Yeah. Well, that was my pet peeve, and it did not hit
Oh,
the
it
top
should have been
10,
number
but it should have
one.
been number 1. Yeah, there you go. And that's right there. Just we should know this stuff. I mean, this is stuff we should know. You know what I mean?
Should
And
think.
and realize that's just nice things
Yeah.
to do. Yeah. Okay. Also, a marriage counselor's. We're gonna switch gears. A marriage counselor's top complaint from wives.
Do share.
Okay.
I don't even. I'm not even
do
guessing.
tell. Oh, do
I'm not even
tell.
guessing.
I'm gonna have you so fired up. You're gonna go
Give
in
me
there.
all
You're
the
gonna,
secrets.
you're gonna be giving loans out like today, like candy. You talk about candy right
Do
there.
tell.
Everybody's gonna be getting loans today because you're gonna be so fired up. You're gonna be so productive today. I'm firing you up here.
Oh,
Okay.
I have a text.
Okay.
Number 1, he doesn't help with kids.
He doesn't help with kids.
Is that on there?
Oh
Is that one
no.
of the
Okay,
complaints?
hang on. Oh, I love that. That's funny. Okay, hang on. A marriage therapist said the secret to more perfect union is practicing active responsibility. Do you remember the Rugrats? They talked about sponsibility.
I did
Remember-
actually watch the Rugrats.
Okay, Tommy Pickles couldn't come out because he said when the baby was born, he said I can't play because I have sponsibility.
Yeah.
Do you mean?
Yeah. It
So-
sounds like something he'd say.
I have sponsibility.
I have
Or was
sponsibility.
it him or Chucky? I think it was Tommy that said
Well,
that.
yeah, because Chucky doesn't have any siblings.
Remember Chucky? Yeah, but Tommy had sponsibility.
Responsibilities because he had Dill.
Yeah,
Dill.
exactly.
Dill Pickle.
When Dill came
Yeah.
along, Dill Pickle.
Yeah. So I don't even know where that came from.
I love the Rugrats.
I don't know where that came
I
from.
know. Okay, well, active responsibility or
Okay.
responsibility. If you see the dishes need to be washed, wash them.
Don't ask me don't make me ask you for help
Help.
on something you can see.
That's right. Do you want me to wash the dishes? No, I don't. I know. Under no circumstances do I want you to wash those dishes.
What a fantastic idea.
idea! Oh my, genius! Remember on now YE Coyote, genius.
Yes. And honestly, I don't know that I run into that as much with my husband as my kids.
Yeah. Now my husband he is a rock star on that. Now I do. We do hand washing. You know what I mean? We wash with hands.
Yeah.
And I usually try to keep him washed, but Betty, if I miss it, he'll jump right
Well,
in.
and
So
I will
praise
say,
him on that.
We have
We have one of those big sinks, so I think he likes to do it. It's kind of fun.
well, like I don't know know that I've seen Justin cook or clean
Dishes?
but he will cook. And so it's kind of one of those things that
He's so tall. Do you have to have like a special sink, like a taller, like are your things taller, like your island?
I'm a
or
little person living in a big world.
No, I mean, like,
no, like
do
seriously, I'm a
but,
little person living in a big world.
I was gonna say he
Yes.
has to have like, I mean, like his. I'm thinking like your countertops or your
Yeah.
sink has to be extra because I mean, for him, he's so tall. How
Yeah,
tall
no,
is he? He's like
6'7".
I was gonna say he's like
Yeah, and now that Max is taller, so our 11-year-old is now very tall as well, and he's not even hit his growth spurt.
Yeah.
He's already like 5'7".
Yeah.
I love it because now when Justin is not home, I can yell at Max, and like my go-to is, "Hey, I need your height."
say Max's full name.
It's Maximus.
I know. Love
yeah,
love
Maximus.
that.
So it's, "Hey, I need your height. Come here." And so
that.
he's like, because I used to have a stepladder. and
Yeah,
I, don't
I was
have to
gonna, I
do
wondered.
that.
I don't mean to. I wondered if
Yeah.
I was hoping that was okay for me to ask that. Do you
Oh,
have
yeah.
a stepladder?
I do.
Because I'm thinking that in your household, because like you kind of redid your house.
Yes.
So I'm thinking you probably brought things up a little bit.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, a
I
little
can't reach.
higher.
I can't reach a lot of things.
So you designed it for the rest of the fam,
Yeah.
but maybe
and that's
because your children probably will be taller.
absolutely. I
So,
mean,
You know what I
they're
mean?
already tall.
Yeah.
My youngest came out 24 inches long.
They,
I mean,
yeah,
like
right
that's
there.
he was
So
born
you
2
knew
foot.
this kitchen needs to be
Yeah.
for
Our whole
accommodating.
house.
Yeah, can accommodate everyone, but yourself.
Honestly, this is probably TMI, but
The sacrifices moms make.
right. I almost need a stool for my bathroom sink.
I wondered. No, I
Yeah.
could see that.
And at one point in time, we did, so like the way our bed is set up.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I have like a hope chest
Yeah,
at the foot of our bed, and like
Oh.
that used to be my step to get into bed.
I could see that.
Yeah.
No, I have no.
I'm literally, you remember that TLC show, Big People or Little People, Big World?
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's Little Person, Big World.
I could see that. No,
absolutely.
yeah. The sacrifices mommies make.
Mhm.
You know.
But now I can be like, hey, I need your height.
There we
So
go. That's
it
exactly right.
works.
There,
It works
there you
great.
go. Works perfect. Okay. So wash. So if you see the dishes need to be washed, wash them. If your car needs a full tank of gas, fill it up.
Oh, let me just tell you. No, okay. So
Do tell, Autumn. Do tell.
so this is a love
I see
language.
your watch is going crazy.
Yeah,
again.
so this is a love language in our house. I hate pumping gas. I hate it. And I don't even have a good reason. I hate it. And so Justin, 90% of the time, will always make sure I have a full tank of gas.
Aww.
Like he doesn't
He
even,
knows that's important to you.
he doesn't even say things to me now about like, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, women always let it go to empty. Yeah, because we hate filling up the gas.
Yeah.
Like I hate it. And the Jeep, actually, I'm probably gonna have to break down and get my own gas because we haven't driven that jointly for a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, please fill my gas tank. I will do whatever you need me to do if you vacuum my floor and fill my gas tank.
There you go. I don't mind so much in the warmer temperatures, but I beg him in the cold when it's really cold outside.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If you're on my Snapchat, like a lot of times my streaks will be my full gas tank with like my Bitmoji with the big hearted eyes. Like, oh,
Because he filled it up.
because he filled it up.
Yeah.
And I know this. Like
Yeah.
that is something
No,
I do
that
know
does
this.
mean a lot. That's just like,
Yeah.
here you are. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
just a nice little thing. I think I'd rather have that than flowers.
Oh, absolutely. Please
You know what I
don't
mean?
buy me flowers. That
Yeah.
are gonna
No,
die.
I'm not. Yeah. Yeah. Filling up my tank and just, you know what I mean? That just, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm with you.
I agree.
Okay. So again, that's active responsibility. People who wait for their partner to ask them to do it is a chore. That's passive responsibility.
Not to
We're
be
learning new
confused-
words today. I feel
not-
like Sesame Street.
Not to
passive
be
and
confused
active.
with feminists who are independent and don't want you to do anything because I can do it myself.
I
I have heard that. I have literally heard, and hey, more power to you. I'm very capable of doing things, but it doesn't mean that I still don't like people doing them. For
right.
me.
And I think that gets sometimes like where people get a little nervous, like to open doors.
Yeah.
And I love you open my doors.
Please open my
My
door.
doors,
I
yeah.
actually
Cush me all you want. Like,
I tell my boys,
fluff my pillow
I
if
will
you want.
never forget this. Maximus, because I take my kids to
I'm so
school
glad you're
every
just
day.
instead of Maximus.
Maximus,
That name
so-
is just solid.
And I'll be darned if they weren't walking in and one of the girls opened the door. I ripped his butt when I
Did you
picked him
say
up
that?
from school.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
how dare
Yeah,
you
Yeah.
let her? And I mean, he didn't. He was like second grade. He's like, what?
Yeah,
I'm like,
right.
how dare you
Yeah.
let
Get
her
him, Autumn, get
open
him.
the door for you? No. Now, had you had your hands full or something like
Right,
that, that's okay.
Yeah.
But to let a girl open the door for you,
Yeah.
I gives them. I taught you better than that. And
I know.
and then the girl's mom was like, no, he doesn't need to open the door for her. I'm like,
Yeah.
yes, he does. So,
oh yes, he does.
so yeah, I think we lose a little bit of that. That's just respect.
Yeah. So you have active responsibility and passive responsibility. Yes. The therapist, she said, is one of the most frequent complaints she gets from wives about their husbands is that it's a passive responsibility instead of an active. I think sometimes too, when you get comfortable, sometimes you might be a little bit, but that's where something. Okay, remember? Okay, I know you haven't seen this movie, but there's a movie called. I just went blank. Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore.
51st Dates.
51st Dates.
I have seen that movie.
Oh my goodness, you have.
I have. I actually was a big Drew Barrymore.
Okay,
fan
how can you not be?
teens.
How can you not be? I mean, she's fantastic. Okay, so that's I've heard like therapists talk about. That's kind of really cool because like every day he had to show her and have her fall in love with him every day.
Right.
That's pretty cool.
That's active.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's very active. I know that might not be completely realistic, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, to think of that. And she should do it for him too.
If she remembers.
She's got to take care of the kids.
I will say this.
The dog, the kids, everything's got to be fed.
Could you imagine though waking up and thinking, oh, I didn't know that I had kids and a husband and dog?
I know.
That's scary. Welcome to your world.
Who are all these people? That'd
be scary.
I think I've said that before.
Scary.
Who is all this?
How did I get here?
I remember, I'll never forget, this was, like certain moments in your life, like maybe like a certain cake you ate, certain moments in your life that always stand out. I remember, I promise you, when I brought number 6, Aspen, home from the hospital, and I'm in this big black recliner, and all 6 are there. I have Aspen. I'm actually, I think, feeding her, and all 5 are around me. And I remember looking and thinking, oh my, this is, oh my.
I can wake up now. How did this happen?
What happened here? But anyway, I'll just remember that moment. All 5 were there, because she was new and they were all looking at her, and, and I just
one more. Yeah, one of them give you the side.
That's right.
Guy, like,
oh, yeah.
The baby.
Yeah. I'm still the baby. But anyway, we got to get out of here.
Who does not give us the side eye, Becky?
I know. Who's always paid
sponsors.
Love our sponsors.
Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Upland, Celebrity Home Loans, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Dr. Minigun, and Fox Pearly Wealth Management.
Yay!
Thank you so much for being our sponsors.
Absolutely. A couple reminders this coming Saturday at 10 a.m. Don't forget, try to get there to Seymour, Walmart. They're going to be doing a big caravan. It's going to be awesome. We'll keep talking about that. And I hope that everybody comes out and supports the beautiful family. Also, then after that, head on back down to Salem, because at the John Hay Musical Festival, I hope to come and rock out. This is going to be all kinds of great groups. It's going to start at 2 o'clock and it'll go till midnight. They've got all kinds of groups. This is going to be fun. It'll be a lot of great music. Let's see here. You can contact them at 812-896-6164. You can buy tickets at the door.
Ooh.
If that's at John Hay Center. And we'll see here. It's going to be a lot of fun. And Autumn, you and I, there'll be all kinds of food, drinks, and vendors. And Autumn, you and I need to come and rock out at this.
I'm a fan of get-togethers.
Oh, I love that. I think it'd be fun. You know what I mean? And we always say we're going to do that. And time-wise, it's hard to get time to do stuff.
Yeah, because I actually am hoping to do, school starts in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from Thursday.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy.
And I'm like, oh, what am I going to do with my kids this year? Because
there you go.
I was planning on doing fun things with them this summer. And
where did this summer go? Well, anyway. Well, Autumn, have a wonderful and